My wife cheated with my brother, now they're getting married, and my parents want me at the wedding. When I married Clara, I thought I was building the kind of life people dream about. She was everything I had hoped for in a partner, intelligent, funny, loyal. We were together for nearly 8 years, married for 6. Our home was modest but full of warmth. Dinners together, weekend getaways, inside jokes only we understood. We were happy, or so I thought. My younger brother, Jake, was always the charmer. 3 years younger than me, he had the kind of confidence that made people look past his flaws. He bounced from job to job, relationship to relationship, never settling. He was family though, and I always looked out for him. When Jake asked to crash at our place for a few weeks while he figured things out, I didn't hesitate. Clara welcomed him without question. I should have seen the signs, how they laughed a little too much together, the glances they shared when they thought I wasn't looking. But I trusted them both. Why wouldn't I? It started with small things. Clara would stay up late after I went to bed. Jake always seemed to be around when she was home alone. Then one night, I came home early from a work trip and found them sitting close on the couch, whispering. They jumped apart like guilty teenagers. I asked Clara about it. She brushed it off. "Don't be ridiculous," she said with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. But my gut knew something was wrong. I checked her phone. I wish I hadn't. Messages. Dozens of them. Late-night confessions, flirtations, things I never imagined she would say to anyone, let alone my brother. My hands shook as I scrolled. Pictures, too. Ones I can never unsee. When I confronted her, she didn't deny it. Tears streamed down her face, but they weren't enough. "I'm sorry," she said. "It just happened. We didn't mean to hurt you." Jake couldn't even look me in the eye. He stood there, arms crossed, like a sulking child caught in a lie. "I'm sorry, man," he mumbled. "It wasn't supposed to happen." I packed a bag that night and left. I moved into a small apartment across town and filed for divorce the next day. The silence between us was absolute. My family was shattered, and I didn't know who I hated more, her, him, or myself. Months passed. Clara and Jake made no effort to reach out. I blocked their numbers. My parents tried to play neutral, but it was clear where their sympathies lay. "Jake's finally found someone who grounds him," my mother said once, as if that justified everything. "What about me?" I asked. "You're strong," she said. "You'll find someone else." They didn't understand. This wasn't just about betrayal. This was about trust, family, dignity. My wife. My brother. Together. A year later, the invitation arrived. Gold-trimmed. Embossed letters. "Jake and Clara invite you to celebrate their union." I stared at it for a long time. Part of me wanted to laugh. Another part wanted to burn it. But mostly, I felt hollow. They weren't just together, they were making it official. And my parents wanted me to go. It would mean a lot to the family, my father said over the phone. "What family?" I asked. I didn't answer the RSVP. For weeks, I avoided calls. But something gnawed at me. Not curiosity. Not longing. Closure. I wanted to look them in the eyes and let them see what they'd done. So I put on my only suit and drove to the vineyard where the ceremony was being held. Rows of white chairs, flower petals scattered down the aisle. I stood in the back, unnoticed. Clara looked radiant. Jake looked smug. I stood quietly through the vows, arms crossed. When the minister asked if anyone objected, I said nothing. After the ceremony, I made my presence known. Clara froze when she saw me. Jake's smile faltered. My mother rushed up to hug me. "Thank you for coming," she whispered. "I'm not here for them," I said. Jake approached, hands in his pockets. "I didn't think you'd come," he said. "You didn't think about me at all," I replied. Clara tried to speak. "I know I don't deserve forgiveness, but..." "You're right," I said. "You don't." I left before the reception. Got in my car and drove for hours. Windows down, music off. Just the sound of the road and my thoughts. It wasn't closure I found at that wedding. It was release. I no longer carried their betrayal like a wound. It was a scar now, a reminder, but not a curse. Back home, I resumed my life. Work, friends, peace. Eventually, I met someone new. Her name was Elise. She taught music at a local school. No drama, no deception. Just quiet understanding. One day, Jay called. I let it go to voicemail. I just wanted to say thank you for showing up. I know I don't deserve it, but I hope someday we can talk. I never called back. Some doors, once closed, should stay that way. Years later, I would pass by that same vineyard while driving with Elise. She asked if I wanted to stop. "No," I said with a smile. "There's nothing back there worth revisiting." I looked at her, at the life we'd built together. Some stories end in betrayal, but not all. Some stories begin right after.